All right, guys. So, for the six of you that are participating in this, first off, thank you. Second off, we're going to go over a quick little preseason expectation from me. So, where I think everyone's going to finish in the league, where I feel the team's strengths, weaknesses, areas of opportunity, the guys that are going to be those glue pieces are, and the formation that I feel like everyone's going to run. At the end of the video, please stick around for that. I'm going to tease into the next storyline I'm going to throw at you guys and how it could potentially affect your entire season. So, with that being said, let's get into it. First team up, America. Expect them finishing bottom of the table. Now, it's not without foundation. This team lacks options at every level. Their incredible depth at keeper is like saying you have a high-performance car because it has seatbelts. Arthur Guerin is a solid starting option, but arguably still the weakest in the league. The team has already dealt away one of their best outfield players in Luis Godin to Manchester United to bring Guerin into the side. Was a smart decision on paper, you get like for like, but because of the lack of depth at every other position other than keeper, still gonna give that trade an F on the America side. They lack options up front. They lack playmakers, and while they do have some serviceable players in the middle like Abbas Madare, Carranza Tas, and Park Hang-soo, the team has so many gaps they won't put up much competition against any of the other teams in the league. I expect them to run a 3-4-3, but because of their lack of depth, anything is possible. Next up, Arsenal. Woodsy put together really solid squad. Looking at them, their starting 11 has the most talent in the league across the board. It's almost undeniable. Jack Flatch is the clear and away best striker in the league and has great pieces around him, and Artem Savchenko, Samuel Omobo, Tieho Karanin, Vedad Milicevic, and Power Bujols, Vinuesa Ramos, but where the team may get exposed is in the back line. They do have strong pieces on paper. Reese Morgan, arguably one of the best goalies in the league, but needs to live up to his ceiling as opposed to his floor. And my expected captain for the team, the Belgian, Stijn de Bach, sitting right there in the middle. He's going to be a guy where if the team starts to struggle and lets in very weak goals, we'll start seeing other players question why he's wearing that armband. I see them running a 4-2-3-1. And the only reason that this team is not sitting as my expected up at the top of the table is because of those gaps in their back line. If they shore those up, sure and away, I see them taking the league. But time will tell on that. Third team up, Barcelona. Now, they are a very strong side through and through. I expect them to finish third in the league. They have made the most waves in the preseason. Sounds like some sort of paper deal has been made between them and what appears to be an Eastern European outfit that is willing to bring on some sponsorship for them coming next season, which you can only expect will inflate their ability to purchase players and make trades and everything from that outfit. But they also brought in an unknown striker, Serhei Rudenko. The guy apparently has looked amazing in practice, which the question now remains, what will they do with their other strikers? Is Zarek Valentine going to be in the side? Is David Saar going to be in the side? Both of them very serviceable players. Now, their keys are going to come down to what they get from their wings. Joshua Hamidou, Tomas Rebane, the two of them are some of the greatest supply men from the outside in the entire league. We'll see what they can do. Will Rudenko live up to what we're hearing coming out of training? Only time will tell. But in the back is where Barcelona really shines. Stephen Ness of Scotland, Levek Matri of Argentina, Sasho Oganovic of Hungary. They are guys who can not only stop opposing offenses, but provide balls forward and provide key link opportunities from the back. I think they'll run a 4-1-4-1 with any of those three options up top, but where this team will really shine is through the midfield and through the back. Bayern Munich, expect them to finish fifth in the league. They're balanced across all four facets of the game, just not overly threatening in any of them. Chigon Abanlahor is a solid guy, but not someone that you plan your entire defense to stop. The bend but don't break mindset this team exudes will keep them in games more often than not and give guys like Manuel Navarro or Masaya Prodon a chance to create in transition, but won't overpower any of their opponents. They are very, very, very strong through their depth, through the middle of the pitch, but the question is, will their link-up guys from the back with Jimmy Haglund, Joshua Bawua be up to snuff to take games off of better teams in the league? I do think that they will get a win or two off of teams that maybe they shouldn't have, and they should be serviceable enough to beat a team like America or potentially challenge Inter Milan, who we will get to next. But I don't see them being strong enough to finish above any of them, really. I see them getting beat handily by the teams that do beat them and having a very, very difficult time putting goals in the back of the net. See them running a 4-1-4-1 as well, but there is something in that team. We just need to see if they can bring it out. Second to last team that we're going to go through, Inter Milan. Expect them finishing fourth in the league. Very, very close between them and Bayern Munich. I had to go back and forth on this one a couple times, but ultimately I feel like Inter will probably hold a 1 to 2 point advantage at the end of the season over them. The side is one that will keep me up at night thinking I misplaced them. Straight in a way. They have strong pieces. They don't have much depth, but the pieces they do have up at the top are serviceable without question. Arkadiusz Dzuzic is a quality player out wide, and with Dembe Edu on the other side, they provide skill, vision, things that you need to provide good balls into the middle for their strikers. Their back line is where they will have a good mix. I put them right behind Barcelona with guys like Lovato, Magellan, Mazzaros, Astier back there, and Lucas Kuhn. And the net, they will be able to provide balls forward, hold opponents at bay. Just, I'm not seeing it happening enough for them to contend. They don't have those one or two guys that jump off the page and scream, "I'll see you in your nightmares, game plan against me." But with that being said, I, again, like the Bayern team, I see them taking a game or two off of a side I expect to finish in the top three, and because of that, I can see that top three being shaken up quite a lot. See them running a 4-3-3. Again, this is a team that if the pieces align, they will sneak up on someone for sure, without question. But how often will those pieces align? Final team in the league, Red Devils, Manchester United. Expect them to take the league. They took 7 attackers in the first round of the draft and still came out with one of the most dynamic and deep teams in the league. I don't know how Alex Zadarine put this together. I don't know what that madness was that he was thinking in taking those strikers, but top to bottom, looking at it, something is there. They added Luis Godin from America. The only question mark they had was at the back. He adds depth back there. I don't see this team with a clear and away weakness. The only thing I think could put them off is an amazing season from Jack Flatch or not being able to put goals together for Barcelona. I see this team taking the league surefire. To match their high aggression draft strategy, the team can put up goals in bunches with the likes of Jute Pollock, Denis Yeksov, Griffin Lennon, Yoshino Yamura, and Lucas Sabitzer, all capable of rotating through up front or sliding back into the midfield roles. We see guys like Florian Rocker, Matt Watson-Cirabo on the fullback side of things. They can play balls forward. They can move with pace. And in the middle, Simone Lupatelli and Stepan Anisimov are locked, loaded, ready to go. I see them putting goals up in bunches. I don't see anyone else being able to compete with that kind of just firepower. And I see that being the thing that wins them the league. Expected formation 4-4-1-1 with a lot of freedom amongst that front end because of the amount of strikers they have that want to get aggressive, want to put balls on net. These guys will clearly win the goal differential in the league. It's just a matter of if they drop a game to an Inter or a Bayern that's keeping them from the top. And on a final note, the news from around the world is a little bit more somber, with the outbreak of wildfires across the African continent and the presence of a lot of African players in the league. You can tell that some of these guys' minds are far away from the pitch and closer to home. The captain of the South African national team, Joshua Hamidu, even went so far as saying, "We live far away from home, and seeing she is burning breaks my heart. My people are there doing the best they can, but there is nothing more fierce than Mother Nature." And similar sentiments echoed from the Bayern Munich winger, Tafari Ankara, saying, "We have worked hard to provide for our communities, and to see it all go away in an instant is heartbreaking. The people of Africa are strong people, and we will support them however we can." Keeping an eye on the situation down there could be critical for some of these players, as obviously they still have family there, friends, everything going on, and with the way that the fire spread throughout the entire continent, it could begin to affect games in the southern parts of Europe, potentially, if it moves and the winds blow the wrong way. But with that being said, end of the video, end of my predictions, my conclusions, the things that I feel like will happen in this first season. Do I think that there's a clear and away best team? Not at all. I think that there are 3 teams up at the top that are all capable of winning it, with 2 more teams that can for sure cause waves, and then whatever Alejandro drafted with America. I don't know if this all goalie strategy is going to pay off for him. I doubt it will, because goalies not really necessarily known for their finishing ability or their defending or their playmaking or really anything other than standing between the pipes and stopping a ball. But you never know. I've seen wilder things happen. This could be the thing that tips the league over onto its head and makes all of us question what we know about anything. So, thank you guys for partaking and watching this. I will be in touch. Goodbye.